Yo, you want to debate? Yeah. What's the topic? Give me your defense and your logic. We can talk the Warriors or the Rockets, but if it's LeBron's the GOAT, stop it. Stop. Tune in every week and catch us on the podcast, but don't get mad at me if I tell you that your squad's trash. We hitting everything hard from these fighters that just got smashed. The players getting waived who came up and who just got cash. We talking firings, hiring streaks by Ironman. Whose team's acquiring, who's done and who's retiring. Who you're admiring, players you find inspiring. College athletes aspiring and contracts that's inspiring. What up, guys? Welcome back to the podcast, the Playmakers Lounge podcast. I am your host, something. Hit the keys. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, that like button, and that notification bell. So every time we drop a new podcast, you can be the first to see. I'm also here today with my co-host, my guy Don't Fuck with J-Day. Say what up to the people, Jay.
You like how I did that with the light, so that light could just kick in like that? That shit was fire, right?
Okay. I'm also here with my guy Rick No Morty. Say what up to the people, Ricky.
I really got to watch that show.
Wow, bro, I'm about to go change into my Rick and Morty shirt.
I've never seen it. Every time I tell somebody my name Rick, they talk about some Rick and Morty. I have no clue what that is.
It's funny. All right, guys, we're back with another podcast. Make sure that you guys find us in the lounge, Playmakers Lounge on Facebook, Instagram, and on Twitter. I'll leave the links below in the description. We also got merch. Make sure you get up with us. Today we got some fire topics. We normally don't talk about baseball, but guess what? They out in Florida. So we're going to start right off with the Miami Marlins and how they might have just messed up the baseball season for the whole entire league. Ricky, what do you think about what's going on with the Miami Marlins right now?
It's Florida, man. What do you expect?
They going Florida and Florida.
All right, next topic. Fuck it.
Next topic. That's it. But yeah,
baseball fans got your fix.
This weekend gave you what you need. I mean, they saying there's not gonna be a hindrance, but it seems like as long as these numbers keep going up, I think it's going to do something to the sport. And I believe it's going to happen for all the rest of the sports that we're going to play this year. So it's a good chance that sports might be unaccounted for till this vaccine starts. That's how I feel about it. I mean, I just seen Soto.
Get your ass off my screen talking like that, boy.
I am so sorry, Jay. But
Never say nothing about my sports. God dang it.
But I see Soto from the Nationals, and I know they just played the Yankees these past three games for their series. So that's gonna be a lot of heavy hitters. They got the fucking world champions and possibly the favorites to win it this year. If they catch some of these motherfucking viruses, it's gonna be tough.
What's your thoughts, Jay?
First of all, I disagree with everything that he said because screw him. And
that's the hybrid. That's the hybrid talking right there.
I think it's going to be more interesting to see how they handle it, right? Because for one, baseball had like the worst plan in the first damn place,
right?
And the NBA and NHL have both reported that they have 0 cases. So it's just going to be interesting to see how they handle it. Because even the team they played against, nobody on the team they played against got it. So it's just really just within their locker room, in that visiting locker room that where the issue is. But I'm interested to see how they handle it and how it affects everything moving forward. Because if I don't know, what do you do? You quarantine that whole team and then just keep going with everybody else, or how do you handle that?
Well, here's what I was wondering. How do they fix those issues? So, like, let's say a team like Miami, they got 17 players that are going to be out right now. At this point, right now, today, probably going to be more players tomorrow. You're going to call your minor league players up, and with baseball, it's easier to just put minor league players in there, as replacement players because they can pick it up real quick. You know what I'm saying? The only thing they have to do is learn signs, but they can get right in and plug and play. If your players can't get there, though, and your team has coronavirus, do you think that you should have to forfeit games? Because there's not going to be time to make up all these games at the end of the season.
So I personally think that you should have to forfeit games because you're not practicing social social distancing. You know what I'm saying? You haven't decided to bubble your players up. You're not keeping them tight knit in a hotel or whatever it is. So I feel like you should take a forfeit if you can't get your team on the field. What do you
Well,
think
you
about
said
that?
that before, that it's usually just one person that fucks it up, which we've already seen it with basketball a couple of times with people going out of the bubble and fucking it up. And it's like, God dang, man. But if you cost your team, like if you have to forfeit a game and you cost your team, maybe your teammates will hold you more accountable. The
Right.
whole damn league should hold you more accountable. Really, it's like we all know what's going on. I understand people want to do what they want to do and they're used to doing what they want to do, but it's like we all know what's going on. So, like I'm fine with that because if it's like in this case, it's one team fucking it up. Like, yo, go get out of the bubble, go sit your ass down. I'm not gonna say forfeit the whole season, but that's pretty much what the fuck you doing, you know. And you're gonna fuck it up for everybody. I'm not gonna lose the entire season because one team can't get their act right. God dang Florida.
Right.
But,
Right. You knew.
My thing is not canceling the season. My thing is like I think this is gonna spread a lot more because people are hard headed, man. I think about when you're 20 in your 20s, you know what I'm saying? Somebody tell you not to do something, you're still gonna try to do it. I
But
think that's gonna be for all, just like fucking look at Lou Williams. That motherfucker, he went and played,
but
he went to the strip
everybody
club.
thinks that
but
they're freaking immortal.
but when you were 20 and you were 21, nobody was willing to give you 10, 20, 30, 40 million dollars to sit down in a hotel room until it was time to play again. And so that's like a difference between me looking at me and my youth to these players and their youth. Like,
Yeah, but then you get players like John Morant that's like, yo, I'm chilling. I'm
right.
chilling. I just play ball.
I
You
can
know what
just
I mean?
I can just play 2K and eat whatever food they give me. And then like with situations, see that's where the MLB messed up is that the NBA and NHL, they did all these studying, they did all this stuff to make bubbles and do all this stuff, and then in return, Major League Baseball was like, "Fuck it, we're gonna be as American as we can possibly be and just put these motherfuckers out there and just America." You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's
'cause
funny. It's American pastime.
right. Let's just, who cares? We'll just send them all across the country and
Does
we'll
anybody
just.
consider baseball America's sport anymore? Anyways, just in general,
Still has the nickname. I don't believe it's true though.
No,
right? Like America's team down there in Dallas.
it's the third most. Hey, they're still the most popular team in all of sports. So you might want to calm down with all that. Comment, huh? From the Washington football team fan. Y'all don't even got a logo or a name yet. You might want to simmer down talking about football teams.
I just had a
I see.
America's.
I see what
All of
see what had
America's
happened.
need to change, man. All the America's team, America's sport, America's feeling about these damn masks.
Yo,
What I'm
so
saying?
America's still
I wear a
America's
mask
team, though.
because
I
I
gotta
want
say that.
sports back.
so on that note though, so we were in the Playmakers lounge this weekend, and I made a comment, and my comment was, I've been watching these games all day. I've been watching the Brewers and the Cubs, and I realized one thing. I don't understand how anybody could think that baseball is more exciting than basketball. You MFers are crazy. And in return, I got some heat. I got some heat. They were trying to bring the heat. But what they say is that baseball is more difficult than basketball. Now, here's my point. It is hard to hit a fastball, okay? But you are only at bat 3 times a game for a total of 5 to 6 minutes. So you're taking that 5-minute interval and you're saying that's more difficult than running up and down a basketball court for 48 minutes. That's crazy to me. Like, a basketball player can practice hitting a fastball for 3 to 4 months, i.e. Michael Jordan, and he can go and play baseball. A baseball player can't practice basketball for 3 or 4 months and then just get into the NBA. The NBA is more difficult, in my personal opinion, as far as the whole game. And so the same person who was arguing with me was like, well, in basketball, they don't play defense. I could sit in the corner and Luka could pass me the ball and I could hit a 3. So your whole argument is that if nobody guards you, you might be able to hit a shot. So like your
With
whole
that Kyle Korver,
right,
man,
right.
just gonna sit here like
Right. Your whole theory is you could make it into the NBA if nobody guards you. That's stupid. You know what I'm saying? That's like the stupidest argument I've ever heard in my life. What's you guys' thoughts on that? What do you think is more difficult of a sport, Jay?
well, for one, I'm gonna say that I don't agree with your argument in terms of using Michael as an example, because Michael loved baseball, and they say all the time that what the hell. Oh god dang it. What?
He's
Okay. I'll look at it later. But it was that okay. I don't agree with the argument just because Michael played baseball like his whole life and he loved baseball, because they say it takes like years to perfect the baseball swing and then to be able to handle a 90-mile-per-hour fastball, so on and so forth. And that they say that, well, I'm not a baseball player, but that, like, I get that what they're saying is that it's a harder sport, like in terms of uh shit, I don't even know how to say it, but it's a hard sport to play. It doesn't look like a hard sport to play, but it is a hard sport to play and to be successful. I mean, hell, you're successful. You're a fucking Hall of Famer in baseball if you make contact 30% of the time. So like, it's hard to get to that point. That's like one of my favorite stats. Like, if you get on base 30% of the time, you're a fucking Hall of Famer. We wouldn't accept that in any other fucking sport. Oh, you shoot 30% from the field, man, get your ass off the court. But
you shoot 40% from the three, you consider a fucking great 3-point shooter.
Right. That's great.
Not saying
it's
much,
not saying much at all, because you could be
and then you got the extent that you have to put your body through playing basketball. Look at fucking Sabathia, man. That motherfucker got 800 pounds.
Right. You don't even have to be good with baseball. Okay, I get what you're saying, that Michael Jordan played baseball, but he didn't play baseball for 14 years. So he last played baseball when he was a sophomore in high school, and then didn't play until he was 30. So that's what I'm saying about Michael Jordan, was that, okay, yeah, he played when he was a teenager, but he didn't play in the years that you get the most amount of skill, which would be your 17, 18, 19, 20. That's when you develop your skill and become a great baseball player. So he skipped all that time and then went right to 30 and made it. But, like, look at players who are DHs. You don't even have to be able to field at all. You don't ever have to get on the field and you can make the Hall of Fame as a DH. Or you could be a terrible batter and just be a great fielder and make the Hall of Fame. So I think that hitting the baseball is hard. I'll give you that. But you spend an hour and a half standing up in place on the field, and you spend an hour and a half sitting down. And nobody's going to get around that unless you're like a pitcher. The first baseman might get a couple, fielders, shortstop, second baseman, first baseman, third baseman. They might get a little more action. But you can be an outfielder and stand there the whole entire game and not get any action at all.
That should be boring as hell too.
Right.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying that they better athletes. I'm just saying that they have a tough job. Like, if I were to choose, I wouldn't choose a baseball player as an athlete ever. Because for one, there's not even that many that are even fast, where most sports require some type of speed.
Right. And agility. You got to be able
They're more like specialists, really. Like, you know what I mean? But I don't know. Like, I wouldn't. I don't know. I don't know how to respond to that. But
again, I think hitting the baseball is hard, but everything else that comes with it, basketball is harder. And then lastly, on this topic of baseball, so we got to talk about the biggest thing that happened this whole entire weekend in baseball. Did y'all see the paper fans that they had up in the stands?
I told y'all about that last week, bro. $500. They give you a lot for it, though. It's $500 to get that cutout, but you get to keep the cutout. If a home run or if a ball is hit and it hits your cardboard, you get the ball. They give you tickets to a couple of games next year. So it's like a whole package, but yeah, $500 for that cutout.
Yeah, I was weak. When I seen that.
Oh, I saw it last week when I said it.
I hadn't seen it until Saturday, and I was weak. And I was working. I was working from home. And I was watching the games on TV, and I was in the middle of talking to somebody, and I just burst into laughter as I looked up and I seen some cutouts.
Hey, so would you take the cutouts or the video that the Miami Heat was playing on their games?
I gotta have the video. just because the cutouts was a little much. It felt like when you go to the carnival and you play those games where you like, you throw something or you shoot something at like the ducks.
I mean, that's what it is,
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
If the ball hits it, then it's yours. You won.
I'm good on that. Did you see any of that, Ricky? Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it.
All right.
What's one called it? Are you? Well, go ahead.
I was gonna just go to the next topic.
Yeah, see, that's why I didn't want you to go off of baseball without bringing up fucking Mahomes.
Oh yeah. So it has been reported that young Patrick, the light-skinned God Mahomes, has bought his stake in with the Kansas City Royals, and now he's a part owner of the Kansas City Royals. That's fire. Fire.
Smart young man.
Right.
Smart young. He come for money though, so he knew what he was doing.
He's the youngest owner in sports ever, and most paid as well. So
The light-skinned God. Yes, sir.
that's such a boss move, bro.
Right.
And he bought a Ferrari.
Like I said, he come for money though. So his parents had money, so he know exactly what to do with that stuff, man. He's intelligent,
Right.
young man.
Well, I mean, it's like, y'all gave me this 10-year, $500 million. I'm gonna go ahead and buy me a little bit of this baseball team. Let me go ahead and get this chromed out Ferrari.
Right.
I'm saying
Right. Shout out to Patrick Mahomes, man. You give him $500 million and he does the right things. He's about to be a legend in Kansas City area for ever. He's gonna go down as probably
He's just gonna own Kansas City. He's about to be mayor.
He's about
as soon as he retires from football, everybody gonna write his vote in for mayor.
He's gonna be the
Mahomes needs something to do. Patrick Mahomes run the city.
Right.
Y'all can't leave Andy Reid out, man. Y'all can't do my boy like
Andy
that.
Reid Andy Reid has been trying to get to the beaches in Hawaii for his whole career.
Right. I mean, it's not that we're taking anything away from Andy Reid, but Patrick Mahomes is about to be the GOAT athlete in Missouri. You know what I'm saying? Like, with a team when he retires. And then I could even see him buying into Kansas City, the Chiefs too, when he retires. Because he's gonna have money.
This dude about to LeBron this bitch, man.
That's the smartest thing that I have probably ever heard an athlete do year 4 into their career. You get a $500 million contract and you buy into a baseball team.
But that's the first time you've seen a motherfucker get a $500 million in a year, 4 years too. So
right.
I wonder how many other players even thought about that. You know what I mean?
Probably none.
Right. Like, that's just extra boss move right there. Because I'm like,
I mean, Braun said he wasn't on the team when he retired, but
when he retired,
he didn't do what he was playing.
Right. Mahomes just gave somebody some money and was like, "Yeah, I'll just invest and somebody else can handle my job until I retire." You know?
Right. He's like, I just come out here and do this football shit for fun, man.
Right.
Like I said, Dad was a professional baseball player, so he got money. Like he's like, Dad, just give me $5. I'm cool. Like, it don't take much to live. You know what I'm saying? So take that money and invest it and be good for the rest of your life.
Man, did y'all see that quote? It was like probably about a month ago, where he had came out and said that he didn't even know how to read defenses. He was just out there winging.
Right.
Like, come on, son. Like, how you just light-skinned God like that?
The lights, because that's how we are, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just get it. It just clicks with us. You know what I'm saying?
It's unfair, bro.
Yeah, it's genetics. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is.
What about me? Since you keep on calling me a damn hybrid.
Because for everybody out there who's watching, this guy Jay's a hybrid. Some days he wants to be light skinned, some days he wants to be dark skinned. His skin isn't sure if it's all the way dark or if it wants to be all the way light. If you go back and look
looking at me, I guarantee you everybody looked at me and then looked down at Ricky.
well let me finish. If you go back and look through some of the different podcasts, he looks a little bit lighter with some light skin tendencies in some of them, and then a little bit darker in other ones. It just depends on what side of the bed his skin wakes up on, I guess.
Today he woke up on the light skin side.
The problem is I got decent lighting and Ricky got that trash shit right now. And so it make me look different, but it's really you look at Ricky right now. His arm is in the light, but his face is in the darkness. This dude over here doing that TikTok like I am the darkness.
My arm not light because this arm right here is by the light.
Okay. And
I was talking about the other arm.
And on that note, we're going to go ahead and hop right into the next topic. NFL preview. Today we're going to preview the NFC North. We'll go ahead and start right off with Jay. I think I started off the first topic with Ricky.
You said NFC North, right? So we're talking Packers, Lions, Vikings, Bears.
Right. Oh my.
The Bears. Let me see. We can start with the Bears because they're fucking trash and no one wants to hear about them anyway.
Well, first and foremost, I need records.
Whoa! Don't you ever talk about Mitch Trubisky like that, ever?
Oh my God! Did I disrespect somebody?
Yes.
Did somebody offended?
You know, I feel
do Bears fan exist?
I feel bad for Mitch Trubisky because his first name is Mitch. In 2020, if there was any name that you didn't want, right, man, bitch Trubisky. Go ahead, Jay. Let me get your predictions.
Got that Real Husband of Hollywood.
For one, is Trubisky even going to start over Foles? Like, I don't. For one, who would you rather have starting? Really, like, I don't even know who I would rather have.
Nick
Foles.
Foles.
These damn trick questions again.
Right.
Hey man,
I'm taking Nick Foles
give the people content, bro. That's what I do, man. Like,
I'm taking Nick Foles 100 times out of 100, bro.
Hey man, that Keenan Allen shit yesterday went crazy. You know why? Because I give content. This is what I do, bro. Like, this is why they follow the Playmakers Lounge in the first damn place on Facebook. Over here, they follow because, you know, motherfuckers is funny. But you know, but man, a record for the Bears, bro. I can't see that team winning more than 5 games. That's just a team of dysfunction over there, man. So I'm gonna give them the 5 though. I'm gonna give them the 5 and 11. I still think they're ass, and
what a difference a year makes.
Right.
Last year, remember I told you they were ass, and y'all was trying to argue with me on that one.
I will say.
I
think David Montgomery has a breakout season though. He's going like 3rd, 4th round of fantasy draft, so I think he's going to be a steal. At least as somebody's flex, like that might be a winner for you. But everybody else on the team is about to be asked. Oh, and Allen Robinson, because he's going to just get a shit ton of targets because they're going to stay losing. So,
all right.
And then let's see, Vikings. I like the Vikings, but even though I don't really like Kirk Cousins, they already with a rookie receiver, Justin Jefferson is already tested positive for the coronavirus, but I think he'll be fine by the time the season starts.
LSU.
But I think they'll come in second in the division behind the Packers, of course. So I'm gonna give the Vikings. I'll give them like 9-7 ish. Yeah, 9-7. I think the Lions have a bounce back year a little bit, but I still think they're like a 7-9 kind of team. And then of course Green Bay has been just dominant over there, and they should continue to be dominant over there. So I'll give them good old 11-5, and that gives them the division as well.
All right, Ricky, what you got?
I'm very, very close to what Jay's prediction was.
Yeah, me too.
My I was looking at schedule. They play in the NFC South and the AFC South. That's pretty fucking tough for them for this whole division. But I got Green Bay winning the division at 11-5. I got Minnesota at 9-7, Detroit at 7-9, and the Bears at 4-12. I was gonna say 6-10, but I say 4-12. So I just don't believe it. I don't know. I'm gonna give 6-10. It depends on who the quarterback. 4-12 for Mitch Trubisky, 6-10 for Nick Foles.
So is that a 5-11?
So that's a vote for Nick Foles.
Is that 5-11 then?
We can average 5-11.
All right.
Do you think either one of them starts the whole season? Like, because I would think that as soon as one.
I think what's gonna happen, they're gonna keep Mitch in, and then they're gonna gonna fuck up. They're gonna lose to the Lions.
I can't see them paying Nick Foles $20-something million to sit behind Mitchell Trubisky. That's the only reason I think that Nick Foles will start. Plus, I think Nick Foles is a better quarterback. But I think the fact that they pay him $20-something million, you got to start Foles.
But with that being said, they spent the 3rd round pick on fucking Trubisky.
What?
Yeah,
Trubisky was a 1st rounder, number 2 overall.
That's number 2. I said 3rd.
But they
You said
traded
third round, but he was.
I mean third pick. I'm sorry. I
But
meant to say third pick, but yeah, second pick.
They traded up to get him, but you have to think
Yeah,
is
that's what I'm saying. That's franchise quarterback.
he's definitely not a franchise quarterback.
Or do you just jump ship so you fucked up?
You just admit you just cut your losses at some point because you've been rolling with Trubisky for some time now, and Nick Foles is a better quarterback than Mitch Trubisky. I mean, we can't sit up here. We can't. Nobody's going to
Super Bowl winning MVP.
So you just gotta put Foles in. I think Foles might get injured though with that team. That's my only issue is I don't know if Foles plays the whole season.
Well, the thing with Mitch, wasn't he like 19 when they drafted him, and they were banking on his potential?
I don't know.
I know he was super young when he got drafted.
No, I think he was still 21. He just only played one full season as a starter.
Yeah, he had to play 21 because you got to play 3 years.
You got to play 3 years.
Can't be a 20, 19.
But he just didn't.
You can get in 19, 20 if you
20. 20 is about the youngest you're going to make the pros because that's what I think Zeke was. But I think he was 21 when he made it in 22. Because he missed it. He redshirted a year, and then he was the backup, and then played a part of a season, and then he started the third season. So I don't know. But I got Green Bay at 11-5. No. I got Green Bay at 10-6. I looked at you guys' records. And then I got Minnesota at 9-7. I got Chicago at 7-9, and I got Detroit bringing up the rear at 6-10. So
you got the Bears over Detroit.
Yeah, I think the Bears' defense is better than Detroit's offense, and that's like the team's strong suit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that the Bears' offense is going to be so dysfunctional this year because just looking at it on paper, nothing really sticks out to you. Like you said, I think David Montgomery will have a good season. Allen Robertson's hit or miss. I mean, I like Nick Foles. I just don't know if in that system if they're going to be able to do much. I just don't. The Bears' system is just kind of trash. They don't really have.
Well, they have a good coordinator. He just hasn't been able to work with Mitch. Like,
yeah,
it
that
just
could be
hasn't
true too.
worked at all.
That could be true. I mean, I like. I think Anthony Miller's decent. Jimmy Graham could help out some if he can. If you can get anything out of Jimmy Graham, he could be all right. But I feel like they're a better team than Detroit. You
think Detroit has a defensive rookie of the year over there with Akuda?
Akuda, I don't know. I don't know if I give it to Akuda Matata or not.
It's gonna be interesting though because Green Bay does have a new fucking coach. So
you said what?
I said with Green Bay and they coach, so it's gonna be different.
Well, it's his second year.
Yeah.
So
I guess they do get they did get to play with it last year a little bit, but they ain't got no all season. So I don't know.
Yeah,
it's gonna be interesting. I don't think neither one of these teams make it out of the fucking first round of the playoffs, but
I don't like how Green Bay didn't get your boy Aaron any weapons. Like, I mean, I know they have Aaron Jones, they got the Aaron brothers, and they got Devontae. I think my breakout star in the NFC North is going to be Devin Funchess this year. Bunches of Funchess.
Man, I gave up on fucking Funchess, bro. I've been saying that shit for fucking 5 years.
Well, you were wrong. You were wrong for those 5 years, but I'm going to be right this year.
I drafted that motherfucker every year in the fucking fantasy football, knowing he was going to break out, man. That motherfucker never did.
This is going to be his best season. Devin Funchess. You heard it here first. Bunches of Funchess. Look at Jay's face. Look at Jay's face.
Good fucking luck. I put my faith in that motherfucker too many times already.
I've never put my faith in him until now.
I did. I thought he
did have that one good year in Carolina.
His rookie season was decent.
Rookie season.
With
Wham bam, thank you, Cam.
Right. Shit after that.
I think a sneaky little pickup that I liked was Minnesota picking up Tajay Sharp. I think that he's going to be decent there. They got a nice little receiving core after getting rid of your boy Diggs, Stephon Diggs. But like you said, they got Justin Jefferson. He's got the Rona Lisa right now, but I think him, Thielen, and Sharp be a nice little combination together.
And Hamler.
And then they got Rudolph too still. So.
And they got Irv Smith. Irv Smith is a breakout candidate.
But here's something that we should talk about. So what do y'all think about Dalvin Cook not wanting to play until he gets a contract extension.
Well, he showed up on time
Did
to
he?
camp. Yeah, he showed
Okay.
up. I think it was today, actually. Well, we're doing this on a different day than normal, but he showed up to camp
Okay.
and got tested. He got tested today for his COVID test, so he's there.
Because my initial thoughts were, bruh, you have missed over a season. Minnesota has paid you for
Don't stay
18
hurt.
games that you ain't played. And you're talking about you want to get $12 million a year. You need to take your ass to camp and play another
But when he
season.
plays, he is very effective.
Kind of. Because he started
Right.
off, no, kind of. Because he started off last year on fire and ended off doo-doo. You know what I'm saying? So it's like his first 6-7 games were fire. But then his
But
last like 8 games was,
that also came with injuries from that whole team.
well, if you look at his, I think
And they had that. They're fucking weird because they don't know what they want to be because, like they come out and they want to
Throwing the
feed
ball,
and they want to be a
yeah,
run
yeah.
team, and then Thielen comes out like, why the fuck we ain't getting the ball, and then they start passing a lot,
Exactly.
and because that was last year, like
Exactly.
it was like,
Exactly.
oh, we running the ball, but we losing games, so Thielen's like, yo, why we not passing, and then. Next game Thielen goes crazy and then Diggs starts going off. But what I'm saying? Like they don't know what they want to be.
But it's not just that. When you look at Dalvin Cook last year, like I think he was putting up like 2.4 yards a carry like the last 8 games or something like that. It was some terrible number. You can't be a running team no matter how bad you want to be a running team if your running back's only putting up 2.4, 2.83 yards a carry.
He ran for 1,000 yards last year though.
Yeah, but like 700 of it were in the first 6 games. So like when you're looking at
I don't care how you get it, but it
does matter.
He had about five yards of fucking carry, bro. He had a pretty all right season last year, bro.
Not the second half.
Carry, bro.
It matters when you get your yards. So if you don't show up to play for half the season, it matters. Like that's the difference between getting like 1,200, 13, 14, 15, 16, 1,700 yards in a season and simply 1,000. You can get 1,000 yards in a season by just averaging like 60 yards a game. 62 yards a game. That's 1,000 yards a season. That's trash.
Averaging 5 fucking yards a carry, bro.
He didn't average 5 yards a carry last season.
He had 4.5.
Okay, but then the second half. But what I'm saying is it's the second half of the season. It's the second half of the season that killed him. Like when you're looking at, okay, he averaged 4.5 yards a carry, but the first half of the season he averaged like 6.5. The second half he averaged like 3.5. That shit matters.
So if a motherfucker went for 0 yards all fucking 15 games, and then the last game he fucking go off for 1,000 yards, that means he just ass.
He's not worth $12 million a year, and that's what basically this conversation boils down to.
That shows the potential of what he can do, and that's pretty much worthy of fucking $12 million a year, bro.
No, it's one game. So you're saying if that running back that you said got 1,000 yards in one game, he's worth $12 million, but he sucked ass the rest of the season.
That shows his potential, yes.
Oh, you are high on dick right now, man. Get the fuck out of here.
Wow. Okay. So 2 quick things because this shit is tripping me out. For one, while y'all were talking, I got a notification, ironically, about Dalvin Cook from Ian Rappaport. It says Dalvin Cook showed up because the CBA basically made his holdout obsolete, but he still wants a new deal. And then also, if anybody was, I don't know if you could hear that or what, but my window is open and 2 pigeons just landed on my window because they wanted to see the podcast and shit. And they've been tapping on the window. They are tapping on the window. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
That's why you had that little disturbed face when you were looking over to the side.
Yeah, it wasn't because I was saying dumb shit. It was like, why is this bird sitting here looking at me? Like he wanted a live viewing of the podcast, which has
everybody wants something. Everybody need to just subscribe, man. Everybody trying to get in, even the birds.
All right, so
if the bird can tap the subscribe button on my window, they can tap the subscribe button down below, man. Sure, CJ wasn't trying to lose that energy. He about to light your ass up, bro.
All right, so we're talking about Dalvin Cook, right? Dalvin Cook in his last 4 games of the season had a combined like 130 yards. This dude didn't get 100 yards after week 7.
How many games?
The last 4 games he played, but he didn't play the last 2 games of the season because he was injured. So he didn't get after week 7, he didn't rush for 100 yards the rest of the season. So and then when you talk about in the playoffs, I'm not done ethering your ass. Hold on. And then when we talk about the playoffs, he only had 18 yards against the 49ers on 9 carries, 2 yards a pop in the playoffs. Bruh, you cannot excuse a man having 18 yards in the playoffs. 18 yards, 2 yards per carry. You're gonna sit up here and make excuses for him?
Can I talk now? First, you want to talk about the playoffs. Now you want to talk about the motherfucking San Francisco 49ers is one of the best fucking defenses in the fucking league. First of all.
Okay.
And you talking about 130 yards.
18 yards?
You said 130 yards this last 4 games, and he didn't play his last 2. That's exactly what you said, right?
Right.
Those are your stats.
Right.
He didn't play his last 2. So you just said you can run 60 yards a fucking game and get 1,000 yards. So that's an average motherfucking game for 1,000-yard rush.
120 yards over 4 games isn't average. Nor is 20.
He said he didn't play his last 2 games.
The last 4 games he played, not the last 6 games of the season.
Oh, okay. But still, nigga, that still don't. Like I said, when he's there, he's productive. So out of fucking 12 games, he ran 1,000 yards.
14
that's
games.
Not
14 games.
Out of 14 games, he ran 1,000 yards. So you saying that's not productive?
I'm saying that he wasn't productive at all the second half of the season.
I said if his
and that matters. What he
did the first beginning of that season, his production shows exactly what he can do. You know what I'm saying? That's why he's worth those $12 million.
He's not worth $12 million if he disappears for half a season. The dude didn't rush for
four games is half a season.
No, what I'm saying, no, I've
4
already
games is half a season.
Wait, I already gave you the stats on he ain't rushed for 4 yards a pop the second half of the season. The whole second half of the season, he ain't rushed for 4 yards a pop once. Not once.
Stats. I'm
I got the stats.
I'm coming. I'm finna come back.
What are you gonna come back with? I just gave you the stats.
He called the producers, buddy. He ready.
Yeah, I gotta call the producers real quick. Go ahead. Jay.
Well, let's go ahead and make this correct. The last 9 games that he played 16 games last season. The last 9 games he played, he didn't average 4 yards a carry in any of those games.
Who?
He said he didn't.
Who?
He said he didn't.
You don't remember who we're talking about? Who?
No, you said last 9 games.
Games he didn't average 4 yards a carry in one game. He didn't have 100 yards.
You telling me
he didn't have 100 yards? He didn't have 100 yards in not one of the last 9 games he played in.
So what you're telling me is in 9 games he damn near had 800 yards.
He had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games of over 100 yards. That's it. 5 is 16. So that's like 30%.
He trying to find something.
Right.
Yeah. Go ahead, Jay. I ain't gonna pause it right now. I'm finna get you right quick.
You're not about to get me.
Good.
The only thing you're gonna be able to say is, "Oh, he got 1,000 yards." I'm not disputing he got 100,000 yards.
You say that shit like, okay, is Zeke worth it? Is Zeke worth it?
Zeke rushed for how many yards and caught for the ball for how many times out the backfield?
Is Zeke worth it, bro? Answer that question, because Zeke has games where he has 4 fucking yards a goddamn game.
But
Zeke,
it's rare, though.
Right? Zeke is the leading rusher. Zeke, the difference between No, you asked me a question, so I'm going to answer the fucking question. The difference between Zeke and Dalvin Cook is Zeke is leading the NFL in rushing since he got into the league. Dalvin Cook has missed 18. Dalvin Cook has missed 18 games. Dalvin Cook has only rushed for 100 yards 5 times last season. Dak and Dalvin Cook are not on the same level of a player. Zeke is the best blocking running back in the NFL. He can catch the ball out of the backfield, and he runs the football. There's a big ass difference between Dalvin Cook and Zeke. Don't you sit here. Put some respect on Zeke's name.
5 yards a game last year, my nigga. He only had a fucking 100 or 200 yards more than Dalvin Cook, bro. Only 100 or 200 yards more than Dalvin Cook, and he played all 16 games. So talk to me, G.
I already gave you the answer. Zeke is
not, bro. You keep saying the same shit, bro. Stats are stats, bro.
Production
is production.
Okay. So answer me this: the reason why?
No.
You asked me a question. You asked me a question. So let me answer the damn question. Why is Zeke worth more than Dalvin? Because Zeke has led the NFL in rushing in the last 4 years since he's been in the league. Dalvin Cook has had 1 good season, and it was only a half a season that he had a good season. They are not the same.
What's a fucking good season to you, then, CJ? I mean, they stats are fucking similar, Joe. We talking about 2019 right now.
But you don't get paid $12 million because of one season. You get paid $12 million off your track record. And your track record, Zeke's track record is he hasn't been injured. He has led the NFL in rushing since he got to the league.
In trouble. He missed just as many games as fucking Dalvin Cook.
No, he has not.
But not just as many. But you see what I'm saying?
No, he has not. He missed six games. He missed games on some bullshit. You can't put that on Zeke.
He missed games, bro.
Yeah, but
then he held out.
Nah, man, that's not even the same.
Shit.
That's not even the same. The independent person they had study Zeke's case was a female, and she said that
know the story of Zeke. I don't give all that.
Wait. Let me finish talking. So
he still did not play.
Dude, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up for a second. I'm about to mute.
When you motherfucking, when I was talking, you still
mute. All right. So what I was saying, that's why you're muted, motherfucker. So what I was saying was that this dude.
I can unmute, motherfucker. How about that?
So what I was saying was that this dude Zeke. You can't compare Zeke being suspended for 6 games to Dalvin Cook being injured. Zeke shouldn't have been injured. Even the people that they put in charge to investigate said Zeke shouldn't have been out. So you can't compare the two. He should have never been suspended. Never been suspended. Never.
Zeke has been in trouble multiple times since he's been causing trouble since he been in. You know I'm a Cowboys fan for life, nigga. My point is, the stats say these motherfuckers produced the same fucking amount last year. And this is what in his rookie year, he played pretty fucking damn well. But you're sitting here telling me he's not worth it. But
he's not worth it. Zeke is. You can't compare the two because Zeke is leading the NFL in rushing over the. Zeke is like he's second in the history of the NFL in yards per game. Second in the history of the whole entire NFL in yards per game. Dalvin Cook is not second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th all time yards per game in the history of the NFL. He's not the run blocker that Zeke is. He doesn't catch like Zeke does out the backfield. They are not the same players. Zeke does so much more than Dalvin Cook does, and you're ignoring all that other shit. And you're ignoring all that other shit, and you're ignoring all that other. But there's more to the position. That's why Zeke got paid, is because he does everything well. Dalvin Cook ran the football well for 5 fucking games. They are not the same. They don't deserve the same amount of money.
Rushing the ball. So okay, I'm gonna give you another one. Christian McCaffrey. He had 4.8 points on yards a game.
And he
only had 200 yards rushing over him.
And how many balls did he catch? He caught like 100 balls. That shit makes a difference.
Bro, and the
and who was the receiver? And who was the receiver? Who was the receivers?
Minnesota guy was receiver, bro.
Last year they had Diggs and Thielen. No, so you're proving my point. There was no receivers. Listen, if you would shut the fuck up and listen, you'd understand what I'm saying. No, I am listening to you.
Shut the fuck up, nigga. You shut the.
So my point is, Christian McCaffrey didn't have any receivers. Christian McCaffrey didn't have any receivers. He had no receivers, right? So you know the ball's going to Christian McCaffrey. That's the difference in Christian McCaffrey and Dalvin Cook. He has receivers that you can't put 9 in the box. With Christian McCaffrey, you can put 9 in the fucking box, and you can double them up coming out the backfield. That's the difference between the two running backs. If you would shut up, you'd understand what the fuck I'm trying to say to you.
You said something about catching the fucking ball out of the backfield.
That counts.
He don't have to catch the ball out of the backfield. Why we have to catch the ball out of the backfield?
So if
got 2 dog-ass receivers.
So if you're not as productive, if you're not worth as much as these other players, you're not going to get paid as much as other players.
Motherfucker? His position is running back. Why in the fuck do he need to do anything else besides run the fucking ball? Because catching the ball that's a luxury, nigga.
Because running backs do more than just run the football.
Shut up, CJ.
No, they do. They don't. They don't. Okay, then shut the fuck up. Okay, they block and they catch the ball.
He's deserved, motherfucker, $12 million.
He doesn't deserve $12 million.
He rushes the ball the same amount of yards.
Yeah, but he doesn't do. He doesn't.
Motherfucking McCaffrey.
He doesn't do everything. He doesn't do everything that freaking the other running backs do. That's why you
just start catching balls, bro.
It's been a couple years. It's been 2.5 years he's been catching balls.
Just start catching balls, bro.
He's been catching balls for 2.5 years. He didn't catch balls his first season. He started catching balls when or halfway through his second season.
He just started catching balls, like I said.
You're wrong. So I mean, I guess whatever.
How's that wrong, bro? You just said it. He wasn't doing that shit his first couple years.
Yes, he was. Halfway through his second year, he started catching balls because they started throwing them to him.
What I just said. first couple years, right? Like
His
6
second year.
Bro, he didn't start catching balls until later on, bro. I'm a Cowboys fan. So just don't even do this shit with me. I know, nigga.
So you're gonna tell me he just started catching balls, but he's been catching balls for over half his career. So he didn't just start catching balls; he's been catching balls for over half his career, right? He's the best pass blocker at running back position in the league, right? He's been leading the league in rushing since he's gotten to the league, right? So how is him and Dalvin Cook deserve the same amount of money?
How much is he getting?
That's like saying Brandon Ingram.
How much is he getting?
That's like Brandon Ingram. That's like saying Brandon. That's like saying Brandon Ingram deserves the same amount of money as LeBron James because they score the same amount of points, right? They both score points.
No, that's
it's the same shit. No, it's the same fucking shit because you're taking one. You're taking
he's the point guard. He's in the list.
That's what I'm saying about Zeke is that he does everything. That's what I'm saying. You just proved my point. Game, set, game, blouses. All right, so now got him. Got him. Got him.
You mute me again, bro.
I know I muted you again.
If you mute me again, bro,
I'm just saying.
Shit pissing me the fuck off.
I know it does because you pissing me off, man. You be
pissing me off. You think you be talking loud with me, and then I say something to you? You think you just mute me?
What generally happens is I be talking, then you just start talking over me, dude.
I started talking, and then you literally just did that shit.
That's not the way it be. That's not the way it be.
All right, I said, motherfucker. The motherfucker got the same stats.
No, he doesn't. He does not have the same stats as everybody else.
As a running back, what does he do? What do you do as a running back?
You catch the ball, you run the ball, and you block.
You run and block.
And you catch the ball. And you catch the ball.
For running back.
And you catch the ball. It's 2020. It's not 1990. If you don't understand football schemes and philosophies, then you probably shouldn't talk about what running backs should and should not be doing. Because it's 2020 and they catch the ball out the backfield. All right, Kyrie Irving commits $1.5 to help pay WNBA players that opted out of 2020 contract, whether because of coronavirus or social injustice reasons. So, what do y'all think about Kyrie putting in some money for some of these women to get paid for this whole epidemic? Jay, what you think?
I mean, that's a good job by him, I guess. I ain't mad at it. I don't think anybody can be mad about that. For one, it's his money, and two, like that's a dope ass thing to do. So, you know what I mean? Do I even sound good? I ain't talked in like 30 minutes, you know.
What do you think, Ricky?
Oh man, it's good for him, man. All the crazy shit he's been doing lately, so it's finally something positive for Kyrie light. So I think it's a good thing. And he actually taking a stand on what he actually said finally for the first time. So I like it.
I personally don't have any problems with what Kyrie be saying because you know what I'm saying. Everything's stop provoking. Nobody has the answers to anything in this world, so nobody has the answers to anything. So you can't just dismiss everything somebody says because of things that people came up with in 1472 or whatever the case is. So I'm not saying I do agree with him. I'm not saying I don't agree with him. I don't have any problems with the stuff he says.
That flat world shit that got me still. I don't know.
We'll never know. You know, we'll never know.
I do know that they got pictures of Earth.
You know, we'll never know. But I wanted to bring this up a couple weeks ago, and I don't know why I didn't, but when we were talking about the NBA bubble, what was it, a couple weeks ago, maybe 2-3 weeks ago, I think it's kind of jacked up that the WNBA won't dismiss Elena Deladone. I don't know if y'all heard anything about that. She's got Lyme disease, and she takes like 64 pills a day. And she's immunocompromised, and they won't just excuse her to play out or not play in the league because she's multiple MVP and so on and so forth.
I did hear about this. I did hear about this. Yeah.
Basically, they're saying that her playing is more important than her health. So this is, to me, is probably of all of the stuff surrounding Rona Lisa, that's probably the most effed up one, you know.
I mean, they want their money, man. You know, they don't really care about nothing else. You know, it's business. The NBA is business. I mean, WNBA, all these sports franchises, they all are businesses. They use you for what they can use you for. And like you said, she's a prior MVP champion, all that good shit. So
yeah,
they need that face. They need a face to play because they already short on views. So,
Well, I think for the
is
first
it
time,
Maya Moore not playing also?
I don't know, but I do think that for the first time in a decade, I think the views actually will probably go up for the WNBA because we only got so much sports, you know. So I think that no NFL preseason just gives us more time to watch something, and I think people will probably tune in a little more to WNBA this year than in previous years. What do you think, Jay?
There goes our fan. I don't know. I still don't think people are gonna watch.
Me
but
either, honestly.
it's a cool sentiment, but I don't think anybody will really watch. So.
Oh man.
I mean, they didn't watch with no fans in the stands, and I just don't. But I like Kyrie's gesture. Kyrie's gesture is very humble.
It's a very nice gesture.
Yeah.
Anyways.
All right. Well, guess we got this. Yeah, I know. I thought it was gonna be more to it, but I guess not.
Well, I guess WNBA probably won't be back for a while on this show.
So if you like the WNBA and you follow us, at least be happy. We talked about baseball and WNBA in the same podcast today. Kudos to us.
Range, baby.
That's crazy.
Right. Right. All right. So,
but you damn, I was gonna say something. Go ahead.
Hey, man.
All right. So let's go ahead.
Have real NBA games, bro.
What's that?
So we about to have
real
NBA
right.
Games,
I can't
bro.
wait.
Might as well throw some basketball in there, man. We about to have some real NBA games in a couple of days. Matter of fact, by the time y'all see this, you're gonna have real NBA games.
When's the game start again?
The 30th.
No, this will be out tomorrow. I'm just gonna drop this tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
well,
Mike
tomorrow,
should be out
watching this tomorrow. You can watch this, and then the day
after, right?
you
watch
have
some
NBA
basketball. Yeah, but yeah, bring that one back real quick. Maya Moore, she did opt out, and that's another huge name.
Right. Shout out to her for doing what she wanted to do.
Yeah.
I guess it's that time. We got This Ninja, where we talk about people who did stupid stuff or just some questionable things in the world of sports. So this week, I'm going to start my This Ninja out with Mike Ditka. Mike Ditka said all kneeling athletes should get the hell out of the country. So it's 2020. If you are of European descent or any descent that's not Native American and you were telling people to get out of this country, you are racist. Like, I straight up and down. Like, it's not the only people who can say, you know what I'm saying, get out of this country are Native Americans, because nobody else's ancestors are from this country. So saying insensitive stuff like that, especially as you see the world is changing and as you see that people are more likely to be on the side of people kneeling and doing what's right and, you know, standing up for social injustices, just because you don't understand it doesn't make you right and doesn't mean that you should say insensitive things just because you want to be an asshole. Fuck out here with that shit.
I swear those dudes be trying their hardest to not learn history.
Right.
They just don't want to. They don't want to accept what the fuck is really happening. That's what it is.
And but how can you tell somebody to get out of this country when they have just as much stake and claim to this country as you do?
Because it's the color of their skin.
Right. That's like the stupidest shit ever. Guess what? I'm Native. So if you tell me to get out of this country, I'm about to give you that work. All right. Jay, what you got for this ninja?
Let Ricky go. Ricky can rock that.
Well, I'm gonna be on a positive note with my This Ninja, man. I'm giving this ninja to your man's Chicago Bulls to number 23/45. I just seen this thing that he had Emmitt Smith reached out to him. They're talking about business ventures and stuff like that. He said Emmitt Smith reached out to him and said, "Man, why we don't all get this? We do this together. Why we can't always do?" He said, "What did you?" Michael Jordan asked Emmitt Smith, "What did you do?" He said, "I called you and asked you." He said, "What did I do? I helped you." So I think Michael Jordan need to have a lot more of those stories instead of him smoking cigars before the game and talking shit. Like
I like
he
them
does
other
a lot
stories
of-
though. I like them stories too.
I
Though.
love those too. I love those too. But I like seeing him actually because his stuff is not out there. You know what I'm saying? As legendary as Michael Jordan is, like all the positive things that he does is not really out there. So I give it to him because he's still teaching me more about him to this day. I know you'll respect that one, CJ.
Well, you know he's the GOAT, so it's all good. You know, I'm glad you're giving the GOAT some props. What about you, Jay? What you got?
All right. So I was gonna give it to Bill Polian, but I feel like it deserves to go to both of y'all for the actions of today. Because first,
I was gonna give it to CJ too.
I gotta give it to both of y'all because this man told us to come on early, said he had things to do, which I respect that. And then he couldn't get his shit right to save his fucking life today. This is like the worst day that Ricky didn't had trying to get his shit together.
Fucking around with Mac.
I
Like
mean,
we had to wait. Windows, dog.
We had to wait like an extra 30 minutes just to start because of Ricky and his whole everything going on down there at the bottom of the damn screen. Like, God, even right now, he's half dark. Like, you can only see half his damn face. But and then we got
next one call me Two-Face, CJ.
Man, and like, it's so irritating, right? Because I'm looking and I can clearly see that you have light on the other side. And you got light on both sides, but the way you have your shit set up, you have it where it's not hitting you in the face, and that's irritating as fuck. And then
I'm gonna put a lamp.
I gotta hit CJ for transitioning off that fire ass argument to the damn WNBA because I guarantee you everybody was like, "Yo, why? What? We want to hear that shit." But it is what it is.
Last topic of the day.
We all got jobs and whatnot. We gotta do what we gotta do. But if Ricky would have been on time, we would have had more time for that argument.
Right.
You know
how the fuck did he
goes to both of y'all?
Oh, because you said Dalvin Cook 12 million. I'm like, how the fuck do we get there? We're supposed to be on NFC North just talking about the team schedule. We get about the.
I mean, you know, you love to freestyle a little bit, but I'm just saying, if we would have started on time, you could have put more energy into that argument. And then y'all would have.
CJ was gonna say stupid stuff.
I don't think anybody would have cared.
Man, shut the fuck up, dude. There's no.
Start fucking. You better stop muting me too.
Nope. I'm gonna do what I want. I'm gonna do what I want.
Whoop your ass.
I ain't scared of you. Don't let these glasses and big nose confuse you.
Hey, chat, who y'all got?
I'm just worried about the light skin on the part. I see. I ain't worried about the glasses. Light skin people can't fight.
What? What? Didn't a dark skinned brother just lose to?
I don't remember that.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So you can't even name it. You just made some shit up.
Deontay Wilder.
DeAndre Walter. Wow.
Deontay Wilder. I can't talk. You know what I'm saying? I can't talk. I got one more of this, Ninja. I'm gonna have to. I mean, I know everybody been talking about it. Everybody know about it, but it wouldn't be fair if I didn't bring it up. I'm gonna give the double this, Ninja, to Lou Williams and Kendrick Perkins, because Lou Williams out here just being just going to the strip club to get chicken wings. Hands up.
I will say
his chicken wings though. He had to get.
I will say the chicken wings look fire. Like I just saw a picture right now. Them shits look like they was fire.
And Shannon Sharp said they really good.
And then I gotta give it also to Kendrick Perkins for just being. How you gonna say that? I don't know. His whole comment about Zion being more respectful and responsible than Lou Williams, and Lou Williams has never been in trouble before or really done anything, just went and got some chicken wings. I mean, it's a bad look, but then it's even worse when you got Kendrick Perkins, who's probably eating chicken wings from that same joint, just being disrespectful.
My thing is, if he would have went to fucking Popeyes and got those chicken wings in, there would have been a lot of people in there
nobody would have said that
in an argument. You know what I'm saying?
The thing is, there's bigger things at stake here. Like you about to lose. Basically, you're essentially going. If you were to, you're losing game checks because he's gonna miss 2 games. You're losing game checks because you went to go get chicken wings.
That's some expensive ass chicken wings, ain't it?
But here's the thing though. Just like Ricky said, he was in Atlanta for what I'm saying, because somebody had died, right? So he just went somewhere and got food because he was already there. It's not like he left the bubble just to go to the strip club and get chicken wings. That's just where he went and got food while he was already out of the bubble, and they knew he was out of the bubble. So whatever.
I think he should have used a little better judgment by like he could have sent somebody in there to get him. He wanted
Right,
to tits and ass real quick.
He was in
That's
there.
what
He
that
was in there.
Yeah,
Hey.
he threw a couple, man. You know what I'm saying? And then while he waited for them wings, he got a couple. Man, you know what I'm saying? But who wouldn't? He was a Magic City shit.
Scout, bro.
All right, well, that's what we got for you guys today. Signing out from my guy. Don't fuck with J Day. Say peace out to the people, Jay.
What up, Bill?
Signing out to my guy. Oh, sorry. Signing out from my guy Rick No Morty.
Just let you know that Zeke had 53 receptions and 54 receptions, and Dalvin Cook had 53.
Aha, muted his ass again. See y'all next time. Peace.
That was a good one, kid.
Got him.